Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you, Mr. Guy. Please take a seat.
Thank you.
Did you have any trouble finding us?
No, actually, it was really easy to find you. I just took a KTX from Seoul.
Oh, that's good. KTX is amazing.
True.
Also amazing weather today, isn't it?
Yes, cannot disagree with you. It was a pleasure to go from Seoul to Daejeon. I enjoyed my way.
Yes, because summers in Korea, as you know, are so hot. Finally, some fresh air. That's wonderful.
True.
Okay, so I'm really happy to see you. Let us begin with the questions.
Okay.
Please feel relaxed, and whenever you feel like asking me any question, feel free to do that too.
Thank you.
So, first of all, please tell me about your academic background. The question would be how you think your degree can help you in the position that you're applying for.
Okay, so I will start with the small introduction of myself. So my name is Irina, as you can see from my CV, from my application. So I'm a fresh graduate from Solbridge International School of Business, and as you said, how my degree can help me in this position, I can say that during my academic years, I took classes that for example, human resource and consumer behavior that will help me to build a long-lasting relationship with the customers, as it's really important on this position. Also, during my academic years, except from the courses that I took, I participated in different kind of volunteering activities and other kind of activities such as competitions in my school that I believe also will help me in this position.
I must say that sounds very, very impressive. Right away, I'm ready to hire you. But let me ask you more detailed things. Like, for example, you mentioned some subjects that do sound great and they sound like they will help you in the future in our company. Mm-hmm. But what skills, apart from academia, you think you learned? You mentioned participating in different societies and clubs. So what unique traits you think you picked up while being there?
Talking about my activities, other from academia, so I participated in school. Talking about school, I participated in Seoul Volunteering Club that helped me to be more to develop my communication and networking skills, because we work with the students who could not understand us. Basically, we taught them English, and like we taught Korean kids English who could not understand anything. So it helped me to find a ways how to communicate with the people who cannot communicate back with me. And except from the school, I also participated in one volunteering organization in Seoul, where we also worked with the kids. We did some like a free hug advertisement companies where people could have just come to us, play some games with us, get the free hugs. So it's basically, as I mentioned before, I think that I developed my networking skills more than others. Also, I think that creativity, because of the competitions that I participated, as I mentioned, we had like negotiation competition in our school, startup competitions, and etc.
That sounds like you were very busy during your academic life. That's wonderful. Now, you mentioned working with many people and building your networks. I would like to ask you, do you think you are more a team player or you prefer to work individually?
So I can say that I'm a great team player and I like working in a teams rather than individually. However, there are some cases where it's easier to do work on my own, but I really appreciate when I have people next to me who can always support me. And I know that not always teams are exactly as you want. Sometimes team members are not motivated, they don't do their work as we expect them, but still I find it really valuable, and I think it's a new experience when you're working with different kind of people with different background. So I prefer working in a team.
That's very good to know. Now I think I got to know you a little better. What I would like to know now is, why did you choose our company? As you know, Marriott occupies a very important place in the field of hospitality across the world. So why would you want to work with us?
So I know as a fresh graduate, it would be more relevant for me to go for some small companies, and because it's easier to get a job there. But I specifically targeted Marriott because I really like the management systems that you have inside the hotel itself. So I really want to learn, and I'm ready to start from a really like low position, as I can say, as I can call it. For example, front door assistant manager position, and I know that's really important because the assistant manager is the face of the hotel. It's the first person that customers, like guests, meet when they are entering the hotel. And as I mentioned, I really like the management system and operation system of the hotel, and I'm really curious how this big chain of hotels are working inside. So I'm really eager to get inside the process, inside your system.
That is very good. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Let's say you get the job. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So in 5 years, 5 years, it can sound really long and really short at the same time. So of course, I hope that after 5 years, I will be I don't know, operation or some administrative manager or of one of the hotels in Marriott somewhere in Europe maybe, or in some other countries, as you have as you have your hotels in many different locations. But I think realistically, I would say that after 5 years, I hope that I will get as much experience as I could during this time and get as high position as I can within your career ladder.
Interesting. So far, I like all of your answers, to be honest. I don't want you to get your expectations too high because this position, there are a lot of applicants. It's very competitive in Marriott. Yes. So I would like to know, how are you different from others? If you were to differentiate yourself, what do you think are your unique qualities that other applicants do not have?
Probably, I think it's my communicational skills and hard working. Maybe it can sound overestimated, but I think that I can find a mutual understanding with almost everyone because I have worked in different environments with different people. So I'm pretty sure and I'm pretty confident in this part of my personality. Also, during my school years, I developed such skills as time management and hard working. I know how it's important to make things done in time without delaying the tasks and without being late. And I know how it's important in such huge chain of hotel as Marriott to make things done as they need to be done. So I think these two skills are the things that make me different from the other applicants for this position.
They sound great. And as all of human beings, it's impossible to be perfect, right?
Yes.
Therefore, my next question is, what are your weaknesses, Miss Tigay?
Oh, so my weaknesses, for about 2 years, I guess, when I was in school, I thought that my weaknesses is that I'm detail oriented because I spend too much time on details while I would better spend this on looking at the big picture. Because when I was in university, a lot of my classmates, a lot of professors, they told me that I'm spending too much effort and too much time on some small details while they may be not that important. And and most of them, they suggest me to look at the big picture, look bigger. But I still believe that even though it may sound as weaknesses, I can through this, I can provide a better quality of the things, of the tasks. But I do realize that sometimes it can be challenging for myself, and sometimes it can be hurtful because, as I mentioned before, it requires a lot of time. But I'm trying to fix this kind of part of my personality. I'm trying to fix this, not to remove it completely, because I still think that it's important, but I'm trying to fix it.
Very well. Very interesting answer. Now, do you have any questions for me?
I actually would like to know about the team with maybe will be working in the future. So can you tell me about the
Of course.
stuff?
The position that you're applying for is a starting position, right? However, one thing that any person applying for Marriott has to understand is that while working in hospitality industry, it's important to be very flexible. Therefore, it's not 100% decided in which city, in which country you're going to work. And as you have submitted your CV and cover letter, you wrote that you're very willing to travel a lot. Therefore, I cannot tell you who are the specific people that you will be working with. However, I can assure you that all of them, they have undergone 2 months of special training. Thus, they are very nice people to communicate with, also very well qualified. So I believe you will find a lot of things in common with them, but also I believe those people, the team that you will be working with, will inspire you to improve again and again. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Goodbye.
Thank you.